I'm a bum. I'm lazy. I'm a procrastinator. I'm a slacker. I'm a punk. My teacher once accused me of plagiarism because I turned in an assignment and it was actually legible. I think I got a 6% in my 7th grade geography class. If I can do this, you can too. Today I'm going to share with you my 10 tips for carnivore success. Let's start with number 1. Install a day counter on your phone. I have this one. Oh, it just flipped to 32 before my eyes. How exciting. It's called Day Count app, and I'll show you what the logo looks like. It's that little green and purple thing with the infinity symbol. So you just open that app, press the plus button, enter your title. I'll do Carnivore 2025. Say January 1st, 2025. Time, I'm going to do midnight because that's the start of the day. Press done. So now I've got my Carnivore 2025 day counter with 5 days. Now I can go to my home screen, edit my home screen, add widget, scroll down till I see day count, open that, add widget, and then I can edit widget, change the event to Carnivore 2025. For some reason, the widget only works when it's in this large size, but hey, this is an important part in your life. So give half of your phone screen to tracking it because it really helps you stay consistent. Every day you can look at it and feel motivated, and remember that even one day is an amazing accomplishment, and it just keeps compounding every day. Number 2 is stop trying to be perfect. I know it's hard when we're watching so many people that are like having amazing successes and you don't always see the struggles they're going through. We've covered this a lot in a few past videos, but it's better to do dirty carnivore consistently than to do perfect carnivore occasionally. Get the eggs, the bacon, the seafood, pork rinds, and cheese. Especially when you're struggling, you're going to want those things that kind of feel like a special treat. Because even if you eat way too much cheese and pork rinds one night, you're still going to be way better off than if you just gave up on carnivore and went back to snacking on chips. Eventually, your body will get so fat adapted that you'll be able to switch over to the lion diet or start doing fasting or, whatever your version of perfect carnivore is, but give your body time. I'm at 32 days now, and I still am not ready for lion or fasting. Number 3, make it at least 30 days without cheating. The first 2 to 3 weeks on carnivore are insanely difficult. You're going to be really putting yourself to the test. It's super stressful for your body to switch over, so your hormones are all out of whack. But before you just give up on carnivore completely, remember it's completely normal to feel like garbage the first few weeks. That's not the carnivore. That's just your body adjusting to burning fat instead of sugar. So push through that 30 days before you give up and then give yourself an assessment so you can give it a fair shake. Number 4, salt and electrolytes. Now, this is just a quick mention since everybody says this, but you need to stay on top of your electrolytes. This all starts with properly salting your food to taste. If the food tastes like it needs salt, add it. You may know I posted a video about Element, LMNT. It's a really popular electrolyte drink mix. I had some strong feelings about the way they were deceiving their customers by excluding ingredients that were in the list. So I'm not going to be promoting Element. I doubt they'll ever want to sponsor one of my videos after that. But in that video, I mentioned that I actually use Keto Chow. I'm a big fan of it. I've been using it. I especially like their electrolyte drops and their daily minerals. I think Dr. Ken Berry actually helped develop Keto Chow and the stuff that they make. And I'm a huge Ken Berry fan. He's the doctor I always go to for advice when it comes to health issues and carnivore. But after I made that Element video, Keto Chow actually reached out to me and sent me a bunch of stuff to try. So perhaps there's a little bit of bias when I'm saying this, but again, I have been using it for a long time before they ever reached out to me. That's what I highly recommend. I just started using their salt capsules, and the capsule is a vegetarian capsule, so I actually just break it open and put it in my water and switch it up and drink it real fast. But the reason I've been using that instead of the daily electrolytes is because it has higher potassium. And with my hypertension and blood pressure struggles, I want to try upping my potassium thanks to some recommendations from people in the comments and see if that helps at all with controlling my blood pressure, because even on carnivore, it still struggles a little bit if I'm in stress or if I'm sore from a workout or whatever. So I want to do anything I can to help that. But number 5, set and celebrate milestones, and celebrate with a special carnivore meal. I personally did a surf and turf with lobster and New York strip. I talked about in my last video. You can obviously go out to eat if you want, but steak and lobster for 2 at home is a third of the price as if you went to Red Lobster. I already talked about that in my last video. It probably tastes way better too, because you're the one cooking it. You know what's in it. You don't have any of the temptation of the bread that they have there or whatever else they put on your sides. And you really can never be 100% sure what a restaurant is doing to your food. Even if you make special requests, you can't see the kitchen. Number 6, get plenty of fat and eat until you can't eat anymore. I'd say that cravings and social gatherings have been my 2 biggest tests, and I think probably the 2 biggest causes of carnivore failures. They have been for me in the past. So be sure that you always eat when you're hungry, and you eat until the thought of putting any more meat in your mouth makes you cringe. Obviously, that's not a best practice for your entire journey, but for those first 3 weeks is what I'm talking about. Once you're fully fat adapted, you'll know how much your body wants. Your body will tell you because your body is really smart. Number 7 is eat before social events. Kind of hand in hand with this last one. Social events are a huge source of failure. And this one was huge for me making it through those 30 days. This is always where I would end up failing. But now I always eat to satisfaction before I go out with friends, so I don't get tempted in case where we go doesn't have any carnivore friendly options. But also remember that no one really cares what you're eating or what you're not eating. You know, especially at a restaurant, they didn't cook it. And if you're at someone's house, there's usually meat that you can eat. So it helps a lot to already be satiated and full when you go places. So yes, you can eat some of the meat that they made for you, or yes, you can get a sparkling water, but you're not craving any of the stuff that's on the menu. And I definitely don't recommend doing this in the first few weeks. Avoid restaurants at all costs. I know that's not an option for everybody, but if at all possible. Number 8 is consume carnivore content daily. YouTube is an amazing resource. That's where you are right now, so you obviously already do that. But the same is for podcasts. That's where I originally discovered carnivore and keto and all that stuff. And be an active part of that community. Comment on videos. Read the comments on YouTube. This is one of my personal favorites because there you hear from real people sharing their own personal experiences with nothing to gain from sharing it besides just telling you about their successes. Number 9 is find your local grocery stores and keep track of their weekly ads. When I started doing this, it changed everything. When you see a good deal on meat, stock up. Go to that store. Keep your freezer full if possible. Anytime I see meat that's under $10 a pound or, $6 a pound, $3 a pound, I stock up. And what I tell myself is don't be afraid to invest in yourself and your future. Even spending a bunch of money at the grocery store is still way cheaper than having a bunch of medical bills from unnecessary sicknesses that you could have avoided by eating a non-inflammatory carnivore diet. And finally, number 10, join an online community. Start a YouTube vlog or an Instagram page to track your successes and make friends that help keep you accountable. You could join one of the carnivore groups out there like Steak and Butter Gang. And I think Homestead How has a group. I think Ken Berry has a group. There's options out there, but anything that helps you stay accountable, do it. And please let me know how you're doing on your wellness journey. I'll talk to you next time.